We're
You're
live.
on.
You're on.
You're live.
We're on.
The star of the show is Reese.
Mr. Reese's Pieces.
He can see now. He got his eyes clipped today.
Can we show the audience that? I gotta put some. I took a couple pictures of the little superstar today, so I'll be putting those.
Look, he can see you all now. He couldn't see you before. Hey, happy Valentine's Day to all you lovers. Yeah.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Hooray. I don't know. It was never a hit with me. How about you?
Yet to have that special day.
Well, no. I've yet to have that special day either.
You've never had that kind of day?
No, I have. I actually have. I've lived long enough for that. But you know my song.
Is there, because I know you're not the biggest fan of Valentine's Day, but is there one thing that you like about it?
No.
Is
It's
it
all
like
commercial. I mean, if you're gonna love somebody, you're gonna love somebody every freaking day of the year, not just one day. You know what I mean? You're gonna go out. The guys are gonna stand in line last minute to get flowers,
and
right?
chocolate.
Right? It's Stop and Shop, and it's like, come on. I don't know. And you go out, you get an overpriced meal, than per the norm. I think it's overrated.
But it's special.
That's
it's a special day for Valentine's.
Well, it is. I mean, there's a lot of people that I'm sure that are going out tonight and they're enjoying it, but it's just never a big, huge fan of it.
I think
Like I say, it's an awful lot of money wasted.
If I can say, with that being said, how you doing, bud?
How about you, Reese? You think
you can see this? You can see the green room better.
Yeah, I know. It's probably like, what the hell?
I was gonna say, what are your thoughts? Because I know, not everybody, but I know that there's some people out there who they don't want to say like, oh, I love my friends, or they don't want to say that.
Yeah.
But I personally feel that it's important to tell everyone that you care about them.
Yeah, every day.
Because some people are like,
every day.
I'm embarrassed.
Well, I tell my friends that, I told you, what happens over the years is this. You have your friends when you're in school, right? And then grade school, high school, and then they go away and they go and do their own kind of things. There's a handful of people that would be there for you for the rest of your life. And I always tell them that I love them. And I love you too. I do. If you join in, I do. And I love you, Reese. But I mean, it dwindles down to, just a certain amount of people, I think, in your life. But no, I think you should say you love your friends.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's because it's important. It's because it's just important.
Love is important. Love is what makes the world go around. And that's a daily thing.
Yeah.
To love people. Like I probably love the less fortunate of people. Try to give back in that way. Show love in that respect. You know what I mean? By giving back to other people. Rather than having a meal and roses and stuff like that. Give to other people that are less fortunate. I'm just a freak of nature. You know what I mean?
Well, I wouldn't say that. It's just,
I'm an old soul.
You're a giving person.
I'm just an old soul. God, what a contrast we are, huh? I look like I'm ready for an all-star game. You were asking me, where'd you get this shirt?
Yeah, where did you get
this?
That?
Is Connecticut Sun. This is when, this goes way back.
Shout out to Connecticut Sun.
Yeah, shout out to them.
WNBA.
And WNBA. This goes way back. I look like I'm ready to go shoot a 3, and you look like you're in the 90s. You got your windbreaker shaking.
Yeah.
We were big into windbreakers. Were we afraid of wind in the 90s? Or it was a huge thing.
I guess.
If you did not have a windbreaker.
Well, nowadays you have people who are calling winds dastardly and
my God.
devious and
freaking weather people.
What was that word today? Diabolical.
Yeah, what did we do? We just looked out the window and you did what you had to do. I mean, holy shit, are we that fragile that we need to know every waking moment of a windstorm or something like that? I mean, just look out the window. Who gives a flying crap about, what's going to happen? I just think it's too much. What are these kids, these younger kids, what are they going to learn? To be afraid of everything? Don't go out. It may be windy. Watch out. It may be... Oh, Lord. When I think our parents didn't even know where the hell we were. You know what I'm saying?
And
They
that-
just say the street lights come on.
the
Make sure
days-
your ass is back in the house.
The days of water balloon tosses and snowball
Yeah,
fights and
you-
sledding.
Well, you see the contrast compared to a lot of my pictures that you've seen versus now, nowadays that everything's got to be this grand, you got to go somewhere with a bunch of people. Everybody got to get a damn party bag and da 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 da. My birthday's in August. We had a pool in the backyard. People came over. Some gave gifts, some didn't. Who gave nobody cared. We went swimming. We had water balloon fights. We drank out of garden hoses. We drink out of, But, don't worry.
Must be nice to be a summer child. I
know.
I didn't really know that.
No, I know, but
I
you
was
had
a
lot-
winter child.
I tried to do my best with the.
You did.
what
I'm
was
just
the
saying,
winter-
like, a lot of it had to be indoor activities.
Oh, absolutely.
And I had
Plus,
there
always
were
get
many-
that critter.
The critter yard card.
Yeah, the critter yard card.
Hope
Everybody
to
in the
collab with
name-
them someday.
Everybody, yeah, they should. I said it one of the times. They need to give you a call, or you need to call them. I don't even know. Are they still around, or did they go kaput?
Think
Do
that
people
they
not do
gotta
that
still
anymore?
Be around.
You
There's
know?
no way that they wouldn't do. They don't have those anymore.
What,
Critter yard card. Critter yard card. Give me a call.
Yeah, you had one
Not,
from.
not only that, but I'll be reaching out to you and to discuss my discuss a plan. And I
Yeah.
hope to hear back from you.
Yeah, that'd be cool because I think Tank would be great. For all the kids that like dinos,
Yeah.
to get one of those on their lawn. That's all I'm saying.
He is, however, for those who are returning viewers and who are longtime fans of my channel and my work, and you've seen me around. Hi, I'm Spencer Long. Finally introducing myself. I'm Spencer Long. I'm a voice actor. I'm a graphic designer, and I'm an artist. I have my own very own small business, Tyrannosaurus Studios. We launched back in July. Officially launched in July, and now there's lots of big things that are coming. And you saw them today. I showed you.
Yes, I
Yeah.
finally got to see. He's working on a comic strip of which you need to get a whole bunch of them. But he's actually through the first one with the ideas and what have you. And anybody that we don't have papers anymore. I'm gonna have to look up like where you go to actually publish your comic strip.
Put them online. That's what other people do.
Oh,
They
is that what
make
you
things
do
and put it
nowadays? I
online.
don't know. Like I
It's
said,
how
everything
it's all done.
we did.
Welcome to the world of digital everything.
It's craziness. I don't know. It's a little bit too much, I think.
It is.
Well,
We'll get
what are you
into.
gonna say?
We will get into
The
that.
difference in generations.
I did want to share. If you would like to support me in my business, I would be ever so fortunate.
Yeah.
I do have a couple items of interest that are on me, which is item number 1. Can you?
Tyrannosaurus Studios. It's a lanyard.
It's this is a highly requested item that was a lot of people were asking me for in the beginning when I officially launched. And I know that finding car keys in the morning it can always be a bit of a hassle as you're flying out the door and you have 5 minutes to get to work. Thanks to the green color, which is look at that striking green color. It sticks out like a sore thumb in any pile of clutter that you have around your house. So if you're one of those people who loses your keys easily, then look no further. I've got you covered. Well, me and Tank have got you covered.
I think spam's calling. Hang on. Guarantee you. Anybody else getting a lot of these spam calls? I'm just going to break it out there. I mean, I must get like 14 a day. I'm so sick of the damn things. I really am. They're from all over the country.
I get them too.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like how many I have to block callers every freaking 2 minutes. Sorry, go ahead. I'm sure we'll get another one in the midst of it. My apologies.
No problem. I feel like I have to be like. At the person at in the movie theaters. Please silence all cellular devices before we begin.
It's freaking crazy. I'll lower it.
Item number 2 that I have that is on me, and with spring fast approaching, I know that it sounds a little crazy because we're in February and it's like
Hooray!
So give it time. But
Give me
it'll-
spring. No,
feel like
I
it'll
want
be here
spring.
before we know it.
Yes, we want spring.
For anyone who needs a sun hat, this one I've truly got you covered, literally. Would you care to model this off? Professional modeler right here. This is the Tank the T-Rex dad caps that are available in cool camo
Gorgeous.
colors, of course. And even though there's a lot of camo going on Tank, that bright green, it sticks out like a sore thumb in all that camo. So
Maybe it's just my
he's
nose.
visible.
Could be my nose.
So those are also that I have for sale.
I'm curious to know who that was. Aren't you? Let's see.
But
Spam risk. Wildwood, New Jersey. That could be a close friend. I should have picked that one up. I should call these people back, all the ones that I get, and just, I don't know,
just see
goof
it-
with them. I think we should. Go back. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I should preface because I kind of went past it. The T-Rex dad caps are available on my webpage and also my Etsy store.
Easier. They go right to Etsy, though, right?
Yeah, they could do either. If they go, you could see both items. You could see all available items on either platform, whether my website, which has a plethora of other stuff that's on there, such as my portfolio and some
Show me
other
the love.
additional fun content that I'd love for you to check out. If you're a fan of all things dinosaurs, voiceover, and artistic, go check out my website, www.spensalong.com. And you could check out the shop there or on my Etsy, which is etsy.com/shop/TanksTerrific Threads. That's TanksTerrific Tanks Terrific Threads. And now that I've just got this all knotted.
Don't worry. He was licking my armpit. They weren't even worried about the fact that you got that knotted.
Thanks for sharing. There we go.
Like, what in the world?
These are the lanyards are the only items that I have for sale that are not on my on either page, just because they're an exclusive item, as I've mentioned previously on my other live streams. So those are $12. If you want one of those, just
Come
contact
on,
me
buy a
directly.
lanyard. Buy a lanyard. You know what it is?
What's
Everybody's kid or whatever. This is to keep a business going within our town, state. You're newly owned, and it's a great thing. You're competing with. Again, I give back to everybody. You see me at like Stop and Shop, whether it's
You're very charitable.
I try to be. Tied.
You
You know what I mean? And the thing is that, to save your life and put a key on the end and beat someone, especially during these wonderful times.
She's talking women's self-defense.
Women's self-defense, right? Is, for $12 and to support somebody's business, is like equal to a box of Girl Scout cookies. Instead of gaining weight, you could be losing weight if you swing your keys around, depending upon who you, right? And I love how many Girl Scout cookies boxes do I end up getting every year?
Many.
Shit
We
sakes.
get many. They're very good.
Get
Thanks,
a lanyard.
Grunskis.
Go, yeah, I know. Go, join the lanyard club. I'd like to be driving around and going, holy crap, there's one of your lanyards. You know what I'm saying?
Very nice.
$12 is reasonable.
What I have seen though, and shout out to my good pal Tommy. Oh my gosh, I'm totally blanking on his name right now.
I can't even help you. I just know him
Mr.
as
Tommy
Tommy.
Tom 85. He's go check out his work. An incredibly talented voice actor.
He is.
Wonderful guy.
Yeah, he is. I
And
looked
just
at
very
some of his stuff.
enthusiastic and infectiously gives lots of smiles. And also to Andrea Salemi, who actually she purchased a fair few of them.
Yeah, she was going to say, Andrea, what happened? You don't want to get on video. Come on. For shit's sakes. Give me a picture or something I could work with, sister.
There some shout out names because this has been the bestseller thus far.
It
And
has
actually
been.
my grandmother just got
Yeah,
one.
she
So
got
shout
one
out to
too.
grandma
She
too.
was drinking tea in it. So you don't have to just get coffee. You can, use it your kids for hot chocolate, tea, coffee. But everybody needs me personally. I need my fossil fuel in the morning.
Need your coffee.
I do. I absolutely do. 1 cup a day, as we get older and you get on, different pills and stuff, you gotta watch out.
Plus, I think a lot of people really resonate with Tank here. Not a morning person, just dragging along through the morning. Got your half awake, getting ready to sip your cup of coffee in the morning before you can really wake up. I'm one of those people.
I am not.
I'm one of those people.
No, I'm from the generation of Dick Clark people. Like you stayed up, you pulled like all-nighters, and then you went back to work, that kind of thing. So I don't have a sway in my morning, my afternoon. I don't. I wouldn't say that you were, well, now since you've had him, it's a little different.
Yeah.
It's a little...
having a baby, as all parents would know out there, and for baby parents as well. When they're youngins like this one, because they'll Reese's Pieces.
He's very good though.
He is.
I mean, for a little guy.
15, 16 weeks old at this point. Still a little baby.
Oh, look, it says at the bottom, we're telling your followers that you've started a live video. Well, that's very kind of you. Thank you. And for those that
That's
are
Instagram.
looking, maybe everybody's out Valentine's Day dinner. What is the Valentine's Day spot?
I couldn't possibly tell you. I actually just saw.
That's so bogus.
I saw some content creators and business people that I really like.
Yeah.
Shout out to Erin Hansen and Susie, or Mortimer, as you may know her on this platform. She just filmed a video of their day together doing their Valentine's Day stuff. They went out to have some breakfast and they had some lunch.
No, that's a great idea. Yeah. I think I would rather, but of course I'm older now. But I think having a Valentine's Day kind of breakfast kind of deal, I think that's better than, now you got to go out for dinner, you worked all day, today's Friday. It's not bad. You're going out Friday night, but I don't know. That's a great idea.
I was just gonna say that at least it's the start of a weekend.
Yeah.
So if you did want to stay out and spend more time together, you have the whole weekend.
Yeah. So tonight will be a great night, and then you can argue the rest of the weekend about how much.
Way to be optimistic.
Isn't love grand?
Way to be optimistic.
Hey, what can I tell you? You could buy me flowers, or no. I can buy flowers. What's that song with Miley Cyrus?
It's I can buy myself flowers.
I could buy myself flowers, but I don't like flowers. I don't like flowers. So you can save your money to not have to worry about it. So you got a lot of stuff going on. I've been trying to contact
some voice acting collabs as well.
Nike. Still trying to contact Nike to the day I die. There's going to be a swoosh on my urn. What's your thoughts about that?
Have you made up your mind about that?
No, I just thought of it.
Well, you're Nike head to toe all day, every day.
A gold swoosh. I'm thinking, right? What was that?
Nike golden swoosh.
I want so bad to pitch it out. I've hit people on LinkedIn. I've hit people again. People don't want to. They probably get bombarded. People get bombarded.
I'm sure.
And I have to say, like LinkedIn, I'll get a lot of things within my messenger, right?
Yes.
And it's like, oh, I saw your, blah, blah, blah. Nothing to do with like my content.
No.
But it's probably more of what's in my
your
profile. That one little word that maybe they were searching for. And so that a robotic message comes. That's annoying as shit.
The automated message.
Yeah. And so like I will reach out to some people. I'm not like bombarding them with the same spiel, but it's kind of the same of I'm trying to get a hold of somebody to, you know what I mean? And try not to make it sound like, I'm a toad, that's all I want. But I've really been trying to get a hold of this company to sell a pitch.
You have. I can vouch for her on that
You know what I mean? It's shit. Yes. And nobody gets back. Hi, Brennan.
Hi, Brennan. Good to see
Brennan?
you.
I don't know Brennan. But hi, Brennan.
Hi, Brennan.
Good to see
ya.
you. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Hope you're wearing red. If not,
Well, you
you know,
got some red on.
I have a little bit of red. Well, you could always punch me in the nose. Red, you'd have. And there you go.
Well.
We were talking about the overrated, the day of Valentine's Day.
Well, you call it overrated. I think it's fair. It's nice. But
It should be every day.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That I agree with, but
Give it another year. That'll be scratched off the calendar too. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, Lord.
we'll see.
We'll try not to go down that holy grail of turd wash. Nonetheless, but yeah, that's why I was saying that it's very difficult, especially you as a smaller, as a small business trying to get your name out there. I've even tapped into some people around town. You know, people are like, "Oh yeah, we're happy for you," but whatever. I think people are most happy for whatever they're doing at that particular moment. That's just me. And you get an occasional, you don't want anybody to feel sorry for you to buy a lanyard. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You want
pity.
them to, no, of course not.
I would want that.
You would want them to
Genuine
say,
support.
hey, look, we believe in the fact, wow, was it something I said? It must have been. I think he said it all. Good night. But anyway, no, you want somebody to be able to support the fact that you have a business and you're trying very hard to promote it by calling places, by dealing with the Smithsonian, by dealing with the Peabody who still can't reach out. I mean, you're as old as the dinosaurs in the place, and we've lived in Connecticut. I have for 100 years and have paid to go in, but yet you can't reach people. I told you with the phone trees, and you come on, you try to plug your stuff. You just want people to go to the website or to Etsy, to look at the products that you've created. You now have a kid shirt, which I think is great. Not the biggest seller, which is shocking to me since everybody wanted to see something like that.
There was a plethora of people.
And, especially like for a birthday gift, for, Valentine's Day would have been a great gift for your kids. Again, we didn't get that. See, we didn't get that. I'm a boomer, okay, but I'm very close to a Gen Xer because I've been listening to a lot of Gen Xers on TikTok. So we grew up differently. We didn't have, your parents didn't buy you a Valentine's card. You got these little cheap cards in a box that folded over with the little white envelope.
I got those.
Right?
In school.
It started, right.
School,
And you wrote everybody in your class
That was,
had to have one, which is great. That's the way it should be. Otherwise, Timmy, who all the girls had a crush on, would be the only one to get a Valentine.
Right.
And that ain't right. Sorry, but it's not. Or some other thing. You think I'm going to get a shit ton of Valentines? No. I was out kicking asses at recess. You think they're going to give me a Valentine's? I'd end up with 0. And then I'd go home and I would cry, which would never happen because I'd be like, I don't give a crap because who cares? But what was I talking about Valentine's Day? We were talking about your products.
We're talking about the kid shirt.
Oh,
so it would have been a
it would have been a great hit. We didn't get crap. We got nothing. We didn't. We did not. Easter, maybe we got a couple of things. My mother always made an Easter bunny cake. It was frightening. I mean, most people, you remember those? Yeah. She thought that was the greatest thing since, it's like, holy smokes, But you didn't, you came from, you went over your aunt's house for Easter, Italian family, big table. I swear the back of my head's flat for how many times people hit me in the back of the head. You didn't talk, you didn't touch food unless somebody said that you could. You played outside. It could be cold during Easter in April. Your ass is outside. Yeah, you got all dressed up, right, to go over there and do a parade of such. Not really a parade, but you know what I mean. People get to see you, and then you changed into your jeans, your Kendrick Lamar jeans. What did you think of the Super Bowl? Let's divert back over there. What'd you think of that?
It was very. Well, the game was. It was definitely from
Oh, it was
before the
one-sided, yeah.
halftime. I was like, ouch.
Yeah.
I was like, this is.
That was
I can tell where this is
punch in the
going.
face.
But I thought this at first. I'll be honest. I was very uncertain about the halftime.
Yeah.
Then again, I was kind of in and out listening, so I didn't catch the entirety of it.
Yeah.
But then I saw people talking about it, so I watched it in its entirety, and it was pretty profound.
Yeah.
Pretty strong messages were sent, and great dancers and cool set. And
Oh my God, the set was. They're still
It's
grabbing.
done.
Speaking of Easter eggs, they're still pulling like Easter eggs from
I'm
it.
sure there's a lot to look
The
at.
forethought of that man's, able to put across the message that he wanted to put across. The forethought in every little piece of that, nobody appreciates. I in my comments, and I had made a video on it about people, I heard quite a few times from people, boomers, that said, I like to be entertained. That was entertaining. For me, that was entertaining. Maybe because I'm more on the artsy side of holy smokes, that people don't realize how much work something like that, he puts into. They don't realize that. They want a couple of songs. What do you want to do? You want to pull out Guns N' Roses, who are way past their time? Love them during the day. I'm just saying, who are you going to pull out? That doesn't sound right either. Who are you going to put on stage? It's Valentine's Day. So, hooray. Who are you going to put on stage that's of my age, who's a boomer, there's only a few people I could think of that haven't screwed up their voice or, over the years. They're just not going to sound good or have the energy for that. That was amazing. I mean, what is he, 37? That's a perfect age.
I have to double check.
You could bounce around in the jeans are going flying off you can't even buy those jeans anymore. People's husbands are wearing them
That's a new trend was born.
right, and the wives are getting pissed because the husbands look better in the flared jeans because they have a bigger badoink than maybe the wife does. I'm talking about ass.
Okay.
Although Kendrick looked pretty good all around in that. He's like 5'5". He's very tiny.
Well,
A
I'm
lot of autistic
I'm
people are.
6'3", so
You tower over him.
so a lot of people in general, it's like.
Yeah, well, especially me. I'm shrinking. Doctor said, take more calcium. I'm like, yeah, okay. I swear, I've always said it. You shrink so much just so you can fit in an urn. They just take you and go, bloop, there you go.
That's great. Thanks for using that as.
Sorry, but that's what happens, But I thought the Super Bowl, the game was great as far as the stories, like what Jalen went through, the quarterback, and his positive messages always, really. He went quickly to Disney.
Well, who doesn't? That's the trend.
And what are your thoughts about Disney doing away with DEI? Let's hit that once.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah, I think it sucks, but that's just me. I think anybody that's going down that road is ridiculous.
I'm very disappointed, to say the very least.
Yeah.
Just because Disney is a corporation that I've loved and I've supported, and I've gone to Disney World with you many times in my lifetime.
Yeah.
When I was younger.
Grow up, Disney.
But I'm very upset by that.
Well, I think
just because it's a place that's supposed to be the happiest place on earth, and also a place that I would have loved to work with. It's just very, very.
Well, I think
leaves a sour taste in my mouth.
Here's the thing. I think that's going to change over time.
I hope so.
Because I think they're going with the flow right now, which is the wrong flow to go with.
Yeah.
But it's Valentine's Day, so we could talk about flows.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, I think that
I just don't know why that would be something you'd want to jump on so cool. Like that's not what you want to jump on. It's harmful to many people.
I agree.
And a lot of people who work there.
I 100%
and a lot of their
agree.
audience.
I think it's ridiculous.
It's just.
I think they're marching to the wrong band is what I think it is, and people are gonna have to step back. Look, this shit ain't gonna last forever. You know, it's not. It's not. People are up in arms. Your generation should stand up and speak for what they believe. You know, either aspect of the realm. I've heard from all kinds of opposite-ended people that want to shout nastiness, but don't want to have a conversation. And I think DEI is one that it shouldn't have been walked back on by them. They should have had a huge conversation and been like, look, this is where the melting pot of the world come to. And you're gonna take that away.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just wrong.
I also, there was a, I don't know if it's an animated series or it's a short film. I think it's an animated series. But it was either just recently released or it's coming soon to Disney Plus. I wanted to talk about this quickly for all my trans friends out there. Hi, trans friends. I love you immensely. You're valid. You're important, and people love you.
Exactly.
Please remember that.
Exactly.
There was a one of the storylines in one of the episodes revolved around one of the characters being transgender and the struggles that they faced. And Disney's like, nah, we can't talk about that.
God forbid.
We can't talk about
it's
that.
It's because
But I was like,
well, it's because look, it's a melting pot. The world, you know, you got some nastiness going on just to be nasty. Hurt people.
But I guess
you're never gonna understand.
I guess
you got to get through it.
Well, it's not that. It's just like it's just naive. I guess I may be still naive a little bit to it. I'm just like, why do we have to hate? Why are we hating? Why not only do we have to hate each other, but it's just like, why do people feel that that's a necessity to be like, we need to hate these people and hate these people and hate that person?
I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to give you the answer to the question is this.
Hard.
They hate themselves that they have to pick on somebody else. That's all that it is. There's something going on in their world that they're saying, oh, I got to hate that person because they don't look like me, or that person or this person. But let me tell you, if that same person was, you know, needed help, and the DEI person would be the one helping them. You know what I mean? Those people hate themselves, period. That's what it is. They hate themselves. It's sad. You know, but people of your generation, I've said it before when we've come on, is that, you know, you got to stand up, got to do the right thing. It's time to, you know, fight for. You got all these old farts. I could talk about oldness. I'm old. You have all these old farts that, you know, need to have checks and balances. That's all. You know what I mean? And they're making it hard on all these big businesses. Yeah, well, it's great that you're a big business, but how about, what are you doing for the little guy? What are you doing for the small business? What are you doing for the person that's really trying to, you know, scrape by and what have you? You know? I'd be up in arms. They're having an event. I just saw it.
I saw that earlier.
Something came across, on my thing that they are having some kind of event coming up. And I'm sorry, but I think that your generation, which I think they're doing a great job, don't get me wrong, I've told you that. I think they have more balls. You know, we might have been able to build ramps and jump bikes and stuff like that, but we didn't have to do that. You know, I remember the Vietnam War going on. I remember snippets on TV about it. You know, we of that, like your age, didn't have to.
You're sheltered from that kind of stuff for the most part. A lot of people were sheltered from it.
Well, yeah, when we were young.
You would show.
When we were
Nowadays, what don't you say? I've said that before.
When I was your age, I was flying the world. I wouldn't even. I would think like 4 times before I got on a plane.
I wish I
right?
could. I always say that, but I wish that I could.
That's why I'm an all-star. Because I've been everywhere.
Hopefully I'll be able to do a little bit of traveling.
You will. You will. You just got to get, good always wins over evil. So evil thinks they win for a while, and then, there's just so much that can happen, and that's it. And, there's a lot of, like I said, you'll end up with a few friends in your lifetime, and you'll know the true friends, because it'll be you go through divides at certain times in your life. And this is going to be one of those unfortunate times where you're dividing with people, because it's just that drastic. Okay, this has never happened in my, adult lifetime, like at your age. I didn't have to worry about the crap that you guys got to worry about. And you've been worrying about it since you were worrying about school shootings. Let's not worry about certain bullshit stuff and deal with gun reform. And so kids don't get killed, that kind of thing.
And I remember, I think the first time I ever heard of that even being a possibility.
Yeah.
And this is a true story. Is I remember that assembly so vividly. It was I just started. Yeah,
Trying to keep them cool.
Do you like the water bottle, bud?
Yeah, go ahead. I was just trying to keep them cool.
It was when I was in 6th grade. We had a guest speaker come to the middle school, and it was I think his I can't think of his first name, but it's failing me. But it's Rachel Joy Scott's father.
Right, I remember that.
And to talk about Rachel's challenge,
right,
and who she was and her mission and what her life's purpose was and what
right,
she believed in. She's such a friendly, kind soul. Who did a lot. Always wanted to make people feel seen and included, and she didn't like bullying, and she did everything she could to help other people.
I don't like a bully
and that
either.
was her mission, to spread kindness, and it'll create a chain reaction that they'll want to pass it to someone, and so on and so forth. And she was the first one that was killed in Columbine.
Yep, I remember that.
That was the first time that I ever heard about something like that. And that was 1999 when that happened. That was around, I would say, 2010, 2011 when I was learning about that.
Yeah.
So
you were...
all those years I didn't hear anything like that. But nowadays, if I grew up like a kid like that, I'd be terrified. I'd be terrified.
Seconds. You got to keep your kids away from that crap. That's what it is.
Yeah.
But you look around, it's like you look outside. Honestly, do you see a kid outside? Well, not now, it's a little dumb. Well, even today, I went out for a walk, but I mean, it's not that bad.
No.
We would go out in the wintertime. I mean, as friends, you got together with your friends, but you don't see a kid out playing.
No.
It's not safe.
Snowballs.
You know what I mean? It's not safe, and the parents, whatever. If the parents probably don't want to go out and play either. It's easier to put an iPad in front of somebody.
Doesn't help at the moment that now we have bobcats roaming around.
Oh, I know.
Right.
Was that a huge print? That was a huge
scary.
print. Yeah, right in our neighborhood. Somebody was saying there was
coyotes. Taking the baby.
That's not a coyote.
Taking the baby for a walk, and then all of a sudden on the side of on the curb in the snow, look down. It's like,
it was
huge. That's about as big as your hand.
Yeah, it was about as big as my hand.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I was like, holy crap.
Let's get the dog back.
Yes, exactly. Uh-oh, Munchie. Hey, Andy. How's it going?
Hey, Andy. Good to see you.
Do you know Andy?
In. Yes, I do.
Oh, hi, Andy. I don't know you, but he does. So that's all that matters. And Reese probably knows you, too, if he's joined the club. Good to see you. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's to you, Andy.
All the love's going your way, bro.
Oh, I did want to say to kind of change topics.
Yeah, please do. I'm tired of talking about that crap.
Something else that I've done very recently. I was actually invited onto a podcast very recently, and Reese was there. I had him with me during the interview, so you'll see his head every now and then in that interview. Devin Moore and his friends, they reached out to me and they're like, hey, we saw some of your audition tapes and we would love to have you on and talk about what you do as a voice actor. And it was very exciting to get that opportunity and to talk about what I do and to get that experience. Because while I host my own, it was nice to have someone actually want me to be on theirs. So
yeah, absolutely.
it was cool. Be on the lookout for that episode. It's going to be dropping on March 16th. It's going to be dropping over on their on his channel, and I'll boost it as well, just so people can go and watch the full interview. But that was fun, and tomorrow afternoon I'm actually gonna be doing a workshop with a couple talented voice actors that they were so kind to offer, and they'll have a Q&A afterwards. So I'm very looking forward to doing that class. Their names are escaping me at the moment, but
It's because you're on the spot.
it is. Well, as soon as the ring light comes on, I'm like, all words escape me.
Hooray for Hollywood! I'm just looking at the rings in my eyes.
I have to pull
That's
up.
how I'm
I have
looking
to, I have to pull out the improv skills.
That's fun. That's fun. I went to broadcasting school, and you know what we had back in the day versus what you can do with a iPhone. Oh,
I
jeez.
think
Unbelievable.
I think honestly that is the one type of theater that scares me the most.
What?
Is improv. It scares me just because.
Really? I love. Well, I did comedy. Same as improv.
Just because, and here's my reason why. I did improv many times. Throughout many years of my schooling, throughout high school and even college, and it was just improv was just very intimidating, just because I had to be the one to come up with the lines on the spot and keep the scene going, and engage the audience and make it work.
Yeah.
And it's like when I do a show, I rely on a script, and it's more so like the words are there. It's just all I have to do is give it my own take on what those words say.
Yeah. Well,
rather
you're
than
improving right
I have
now.
to come up with.
But you're improving right now.
Right.
But because you're thinking too much about it. Like I said to you,
so.
Being on the comedy stage, you could have a whole set planned, right? And then the moment
Hi, Yasmin. Hi, voices, man. Good to
Hi.
see you both. Welcome in.
The moment I would hit the stage, it would change because of whoever was in the front row. So
First thing you saw in the audience.
yeah, so I mean the improv started right then, and you kind of worked your script in at some point. Some points you didn't work your script in. Sometimes you used, a voice in some way, shape, or form, or whatever, whatever works at the moment to get through it. Until you get back on track, is I guess what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I don't mind improv. I think you just probably, knowing how you are, you want it to come out perfect.
Yeah.
And that is not perfect.
I'm a perfectionist.
Improv.
Either that or I was it could have been at those ages I was just trying too hard to always come across as humorous.
Yes.
Like I was trying way too hard
100%.
to make people laugh all the time.
I did that at the beginning of comedy. That's all I was worried about.
Because it really. Happy Valentine's to you too, Voices Man.
Happy Valentine. Oh, I do feel special because I don't get that often. To be honest with you, you touched my heart there, kiddo. But yeah, no. At the very beginning when I went on stage, it was, oh my God, I got to make these people laugh. They have to laugh. I have to hear a laugh. If I don't laugh, And then it got to the point where you just had to have fun.
It was, that's a good way to look at it. I think it was also just because I was very self-conscious. Yeah. Because I was looking at my scene partners for a lot of those improv things where I'm like, where they were killing it. Their things were landing, the moves, and the audience was eating that up and laughing. And it got my head to be like, anytime I do something, I don't get the same responses. But then it became too much of a competition, internal competition.
Well, you got to be you. You can't be somebody else. What works for somebody else, like what works for, let's say it's Sebastian Maniscalco, will not work for me. You know what I mean? He's hilarious. Some of his stuff is hilarious. Some of the older stuff I find hilarious.
Get yourself a nice wedge.
Yeah, get a nice wedge. Some of his stuff is relatable, especially being Italian. I found that funny, but you have to be you when you're doing anything of improv related. And let's face it, you look at it as the person, whether they're listening to you, because it's that person, that one person out there. There could be 100. Yeah, I wish there's 100,000 people. But let's just pretend, shall we, people? That there's 100,000 people, each person you're speaking to. Hey, listen, just because we have a few people on, okay? Here's my thought. Let me know, honestly. I've been trying to sway Spence, and if you know him, to be like either read kids' books for authors, right? So if there's a book author out there, right? He reminds me, I'm much more in your face. He's very soft, gentle kind of soul. And let's go into the cage match kind of deal. I said that he should be the new Steve from Blue's Clues. I remember Mr. Rogers, but you guys won't remember any of that stuff. But
Mr. Rogers.
Well, you do, but that's just because of me, because I'm old. But I'm saying, or who's the new guy? Bloopy?
Bippy.
Oh, Bippy. He was I'm like, Spencer, that could be Spencer with Tank. Am I wrong? Somebody say yes. Yes, he'd be a great Steve. See? Thank you. I think because he's very caring. He cares so much about people. He loves the fact that he's able to connect with you guys. He understands what you're going through if you have your own business. He's in his own business. He loves children. Children love him. Pets, he loves all animals, that kind of thing. I'm like, Spence, your voice, the people say, is always very calming. I said, if you found an author that had a children's book that needed a calm, soft voice to read to, I even said, hey, maybe play in the library, pick a book out and just have a bunch of kids come and just read to them, watch their faces. They're not worrying about you if you stumbled on a word or whatever. There's the best audience is a bunch of kids. Number one, they'll say, they'll listen, but number two, they're super. They'll be like, your breath stinks. Like that kind of thing. Yeah. They're super like a kid's cartoon voice. Say the gentleman or lady, I can't tell. A voice man. Sorry. I can't read that little.
You have your glasses on.
I know, but they're that's even small. Wait till you get my age. You can't see shit. I thank you very much because I think he should gravitate.
I appreciate that, man.
Listen, if anybody knows an author of a children's book, then maybe they're the type of person like my hairdresser, right? I shouldn't use, I don't have a lot of hair, but his hairdresser, okay? Same person. She can create hair, but she don't want to get on this. It scares her kind of deal. Maybe there's an author out there of a kid's book that doesn't want to do the voiceover portion of their own book, doesn't want to read it, can see you within their character. Contact them.
Yeah, anyone who needs an audiobook narrator, hit me up.
Yeah, if anybody knows anybody, that's how this stuff works, guys. It's going to be through talking to each other and saying, hey, who do you know? Because somebody knows somebody.
I've wondered about this. I wonder if I should just like either later today or tomorrow possibly, because I have to do a couple other things.
Yeah.
Trying to juggle a lot of things. But to just read something, if that interests people, if I just read something.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you can though, because it's a copyrighted book.
What? Not a book, like a poem or something.
Oh, well, I guess you could read an old poem. Yeah. See, back in the day, we used to say, let's read the phone book. Let's see how good you are. We actually did that in broadcasting school. Let's see how you can seem like you're, you know what you're talking about by reading just the phone book.
I remember that Thomas and Friends, or Thomas the Tank Engine, however you know him. I grew up on that show too.
Yeah,
it was
but-
another
but-
kids show that I loved.
Here's the thing, okay? Now here's where we got to break the divide, okay? What it's come to is, which I'm not belittling anybody on either aspect, okay? But I went to broadcasting school, all right? And I was before you were able to go and do sports professionally and what have you. Totally missed that, okay? And they pick for broadcasting just like they do for narrating things for the high-end actors, okay? Like Tom Hanks, he's wonderful. But, I mean, he's going to get the nod over Spence. But I think if you started with small town whatever, you know, it would bounce. You're not going to start at the halftime Super Bowl kind of deal.
No.
You have to start at the small and work your way up. But I think that more people should take younger businesses that are just getting the get-go, just getting started, and use them. I don't know why they don't. I don't know why they have to go to the billion-dollar actor or sportscaster or whatever.
I think it's because everyone knows who those people are. And it's like, oh, that'll
yeah, but
draw
who-
more viewers.
No, again, who knew Steve? Who knew Steve before Steve started?
I'm sure you had to try
He's still out there. Yeah, but he
Yeah,
wasn't a
yes.
well-known name. He's still out there. All he has to do is he's like, I know.
I'd love to
Right?
sit down and have a talk with him.
Right?
Okay.
You should reach out to him. Imagine the story that he would tell you of the direction, and then you help one another. Then you go, hey, voice man, you know, this is not for me. Like, you know, you go, you know, this isn't I like more, what's it called? Not scientific, but what's it called? Sci-fi?
Sci-fi.
You know, I don't like that. But
You're
let's
not
say
a
you
Star
have.
Trek or Star Wars.
I'm not. But
fan.
let's say voice man likes to do voices. He gravitates towards that.
Yes.
You know, by all means, I'd be like, hey, voice man, did you hear about Blotty Boop? You know, that I think your voice would be awesome for that. You should look out for that. And same thing if he sees something within your genre that he says, hey, Spence, you know, this is more your thing, cup of tea, not mine, da-da-da-da-da. That's how you help each other out.
Yeah.
And the beauty of the beauty of social media is that you're able to do it on a mass scale. We could do that, you know?
Yeah.
There's, you know, that was impossible. That happened, it would be like you'd have to be a lottery. Every single one of you are lottery winners. You're born, you're here, you have abilities, you have talents. Every single one of you have hit the lottery. You just have to come together as a group, remember who your niche is, and spread the love. And say, hey, I saw this, I saw that. Da, 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 da. Keep each other busy. Keep each other in business. Support each other. Because the big guy, Disney ain't going to come down and go, hey, I'm going to give a shit about you. They're going to care about, first of all, disappointed in them, but nonetheless, they're going to look to the big stars, the big guns, because they can. You know?
Yeah.
So, Little Ants, remember the movie Ants? Was it Ants?
Ants are a Bug's Life.
Bug's Life. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Ants. You
Because
know, I never get into
Ants
it.
is a movie, but it's a whole other story.
No, it's
a
Bug's Life. Yeah, where all the ants come together
And they face up against the
yes,
grasshoppers.
right? And what happens? So all the ants that are trying to get a piece of the, if you guys all came together, you'd be able to tackle the industry as one giant. You know what I mean? Just got to look out for each other. You look out for your friends, and you know, you push each other along. This is not easy. Life's not easy. Okay, been around a long time. Life's gonna kick you square in the ants, and you know, you just gotta you got to say, today may be a bad day, but tomorrow's going to be great. Something good's going to happen for me today.
What's that thing you always said? Something's coming, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, something's coming, I don't know what it is, but it is gonna be great.
For all Barbara Streisand fans out there.
That's right, I love Barbara. But see, I'm old. But yeah, no, never give up. Get your stories out there.
I always say that. I always tell people that. Don't give up.
My thing says don't give up, level up. You know, you're young. You know, I mean, Gary Vaynerchuk says that a lot. You know, he's younger than me, too. I'm like, hey, Gary, listen, I'm your elder, toots. I'm half on the banana peel, and you don't know my family situation. A little different. You know, when your age, you guys are young. You know, you should be able to just not be afraid to do it. You know, go to the motto of Nike, just do it. Just do it. Don't even think too much into it. Just freaking do it. Try it. Because then you'd be like me, right? Who now looking back at things can say, holy shit, you know, I went here and I did that and I was only your age and I tried out, told you for a cartoon at MGM at that particular time. I went to the voice studio. I did the voice of a mouse. I didn't get it, but it was the coolest experience, you know, at that time to be able to do that. And I think you should throw stuff, you know.
Did you ever find what project that was?
I don't even remember.
It'd be like, oh, that was what I read for.
Yeah, I don't even
remember.
I honestly, I don't. I did 3 things in that trip. I went out to Tennessee, saw Little Auntie Debbie at the time. I had the audition at MGM, and I did something else. I forget what it was, but, you know, I was bouncing all over the place. I totally did it by myself. Nobody went with me. Nobody held my hand. You know, of course, this is before having you. Nobody, and that's what you have. I think people are just too afraid to just say, did I do that?
Did I do that?
Oh no! Sorry, I'm dropping shit. You know, as your motherly voice, just freaking do it. Screw what user 0006543 thinks of your teeth. I've heard that a freaking 1,000 times. You're ugly. Somebody tell Granny to go home. Screw you. You know, freaking keyboard warriors make it hard for people that really, really know that they have a gift and a talent, but they're afraid because they know there's just bullies out there. Screw the bullies. Screw them.
The crowd liked that story, by the way.
What's that?
They liked your story about how you went to MGM, tried out, and you...
I did. It was so much fun. I actually got a tour of the studio. I told you that, right?
Yeah.
The sound studios were incredible. Not as incredible as you and I going backstage in New York.
That was fun.
These sound stages were humongous. You could put an airplane in these things.
Seriously?
Oh my God, what they could do in New York, how they mechanically hoisted.
Oh, you mean like New York stuff?
Yeah.
Yes, I thought you were talking about. I thought you were talking about MGM.
I mean it was as big as a football field. You could park a plane in there with no problem. That's how big these sound studios were.
Yeah, I miss going backstage to things on Broadway.
But Broadway was more impressive to me.
Just
because
it was especially cool just seeing how much goes into a performance every day.
Yeah.
The coolest one, I bring it up all the time.
Right?
Yeah, Shrek was cool.
You saw Shrek.
I got to see the makeup artist do it. That was pretty neat.
Backstage at Shrek.
A lot of
that
work
was cool.
went into that.
Yeah.
And shout out to the actor who played Shrek in that show. But
I
always talk about Wicked just because I remember that one very vividly.
Yeah.
And one of the coolest parts was actually when they showed us the stage, and when it's like, oh, it's actually dipped.
This is Wicked on Broadway.
It goes down into the audience.
Yeah.
Like it's not a level stage.
No.
It dips, and I'm like, can never know that.
I know it was cool, but how everything went to the top of the ceiling.
Oh yeah. How it was raised
and
up.
in his tiny little spot. That was unbelievable.
Fit perfectly.
Yeah, so listen, if you do voiceover and stuff like that, look for stuff, you know,
I do remember that story. That was so cool. That was the opportunity of a lifetime, and I'm so glad that you got to meet him.
Mel Blanc.
Mel Blanc's son.
Yeah, I mean,
he got to meet Mel Blanc's son.
Oh, how cool is that?
Yeah, he was telling me in the comments.
Oh my God, that's
the previous
fantastic.
time I was on live.
Yeah, no, there's a flat. There you go. There's my generation of Bugs Bunny and what he didn't do. You got to look at when he was on Johnny Carson. It's on YouTube. Not the son, but Mel himself, and he did a bunch of voices. Yeah, on just
well, not just voices, but even did sound effects.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, that you just have to go into whatever you go into at that moment. You know, I mean, going into MGM, I had no idea. They didn't say, "Oh, you're going in to be a mouse" or whatever. Oh, gee, Mr. Yeah, it was kind of like the voice I would use, like, "Yeah, how's it going? Well, you know, it's kind of tough over here. Trying to find my piece of cheese and I'm hot. My butt's sweating. How about you?" You know, I mean, you just got to pick whatever and you just have to let it totally fly. But there's a legend.
Yeah.
You know,
well, of course,
absolute
the man
legend.
of 1,000 voices.
But imagine,
legend is an understatement.
Well, yeah, but you know what? Imagine the ridicule he must have got at a certain point in his life when he's doing these voices. Think about it. Nobody goes through unscathed. There's somebody that must have said, "Oh my God, what the hell's wrong with this guy?"
I guess it's just kind of interesting to look at anyone's journey and to be like someone who's a celebrity to be like, wow, to think that they had moments where people are like, you suck, where it's like, or like, you're weird, because I've gotten plenty of those. And a lot of the content that I've posted. Anybody
else out there on Valentine's Day get like some mean freaking bully that's got something to say about your talent? I usually like to see Spence will block him. He's kind in that way.
I just don't I don't engage.
I kind of engage and go back.
That's my motto. It's don't engage, just
like
block
something
them,
must have
move
really
on.
happened. What can I help you with? What's going on?
You, however, are like, I'm looking for
because you know it just happens to me every place I go. I could go to the recycling center and there's always some kind of tiff. Not with me. It's always somebody else starting it. It's like, really? Can I throw away my plastics? You know?
Oh, lest we forget.
What?
Well, let me go and get a bag. Can I help you?
Yeah.
Well, I was going to get a bag. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you'd go by all means.
Yeah, please. You know, that was at Stop and Shop. Some lady was having a hissy fit over a bagel bag. It's like
true that, my friend. True that. Move past those people. Rise above
them
all,
absolutely.
I say.
Absolutely. See, you get my age and then you want to converse with them because you want to, it's like one of those things. I get it at your age. Like, that's devastating when to you guys to hear that somebody's saying. To me, it's like,
well,
let me go back
I wouldn't
and
say
forth.
it's totally devastating. It's just kind of like, why was it necessary to take time out of your day just to say a nasty comment?
Yeah, but how about
it's
being
like, why
on,
is that necessary?
Let's put it this way. How about being on stage and somebody's yelling at you from the audience? You suck!
Yeah, and I was there for a lot of this. It made me uncomfortable being in the audience.
Who said that? That's really who said that? Your mother didn't raise you right, Toots. Okay? It's just the way it is. You know, the people who want to heckle are so insecure themselves. Anybody that wants to be a bully is freaking insecure as shit and wants to just pretend they're better than you, and they're not. But anywho, you know, help each other out to wrap it all up. Anybody knows anybody from Nike? Still trying to get a hold of Nike.
We've been going for about an hour now.
Have we?
I think so.
I have a lot to talk about usually.
Well, you talked about a lot. We talked about a lot tonight. We talked about everything under the sun in business.
But the main thing is, you know, you got to help each other out. You know, it's not about saying to your friends, "Hey, look, buy my, because I can buy your, you can buy my," that's not what it's about.
No.
You know, it's like, you know, let's say Voice Man says, "Holy cow, I don't know, my aunt's knows somebody who loves dinosaurs or something like that. That's the person, that's the customer that you want. Is the child or the adult that's going to get the cup that really wants the cup,
Plus
not
there's-
somebody that just buys it just because it's like
Plus, I always
You don't buy a Girl Scout cookie box to go, oh, that box is gorgeous. I'm never eating the cookies. Look at that box. You want to buy it to use it.
Oh, thank you. I thanks, man. I appreciate that.
I can't read that, but it's
He's-
thank you.
What'd
What'd he say?
He's just like he's like I have the charisma and the
You all
talent,
do.
You
all
he
do.
does, as do you, my friend.
Yeah,
Right back
you
at
all
you.
do. That's what I'm saying. Look in the mirror, because you all do.
Keep going. I speak
don't
from
let anybody.
Oh, I
freak
know.
you.
Good. I know. Good way to wrap this up, and because I love asking this
Why, you
question
got tape
because
up here to
you
tape my
come
mouth?
because you come from a generation where you're bolder, you like
The
more
Pepsi
risks
generation.
and all that stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of people, a lot of my voice acting friends, and even art friends.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on imposter syndrome? What do you have to say to people? Do you know what imposter syndrome
Yeah,
is?
where you-
What do you have to say to people who are like, I'm going through it right now? I'm feeling some really bad imposter syndrome about my work and myself and what I'm doing and
Make it a day, not a week, and be done with it. Everybody has imposter syndrome if that's the case. Everybody's trying to be something. Go into make yourself the character of the opposite. Okay? Have two sides of your character when you're in that situation where you think you're in imposter syndrome. So you mean to tell me that let's pick Bill Gates didn't have that feeling way back then? When he was just sitting out there on his old coding machine trying to code? Everybody feels that. But that's when you have to you have to have this other side of you that, it's like the devil and the angel on your shoulders. Come on, we
Yeah.
know these from cartoons.
yeah.
Where that's, you gotta like become that other side that says, "Just knock it off. I know what I want to do. I know what I want to create. I know the audience I want to go to. I just have to keep putting out there until somebody hears it." That's what I would say about imposter syndrome. Everybody has it. I don't care who the hell you are.
Yeah.
You have to push through that crap. Make it a day, not a week. Say, okay, I'm good with that. I've been through that for today. I had my little pity party of one. Now it's time to turn shit around and really get stuff done. Life goes by in a blink, believe me.
It does.
You have to push forward. If you're going to stop at every little, whatever, you're going to have imposter syndrome till you get to the first contract, till you get to the first customer, till you get to the first is imposter. But once you've hit that first contract, or you've hit that first whatever, or you get that part, or you get that call, or you get that gig, it's no longer imposter. You've done it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I think imposter syndrome is. It's just somebody thinking, I haven't done it yet. So I feel as though, but you have done it. You just haven't done it for someone who you believe to be big enough to make you somebody. You have to make yourself somebody. Ooh, I just got to chill. Screw Tony Robbins. Who needs him?
New motivational speaking
Yeah,
tour.
that's it. There's a tour. I couldn't do it. I swear too much. People be going, what the hell with a potty mouth? You know what I mean? But yeah, no. So that's what I think. Keep plugging. Don't take crap. Just keep plugging.
You heard
got
it
it.
here first, everybody.
And it was a joy on Valentine's Day to spread the love
Yeah.
with you guys. It really was.
Always tell
You know?
everyone. Always tell everyone that you love them.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to tell someone that you love them.
Spread kindness in your work and joy, and the rest will follow. My friends.
anything else like you want
No,
to plug?
that's it.
plug
I
about
think you
yourself?
should become the new, like I said, the new Steve, Blues Clues. Anybody knows him,
Okay.
reach out to him.
Well, I gotta get in touch with
Yeah,
him. I know
well,
he's
somebody
on
out there
I
may.
know he's on TikTok.
Well, somebody out there may. You know what I mean? Just talk to him. That's all you gotta do. Anywho, hope you have a good night, guys.
Yeah. My name
Peace
my
out.
name's Spencer Long. This is my mom, Lisa Donnan.
Peace out.
Check me out on you can check out my website, www.spencerlong.com. You can give me a call. You can feel free to email me. My business email is Spence, S-P-E-N-S, Tyranno, Tyranno, studios@gmail.com. And let me know what your project's about, who you are. Just let's chat. Let's get down to business. Because our motto here at Tyrannosaurus Studios is that we're here to help you profit soar and to scale up your business.
And there you go.
And feel free to
Reach out to him.
thanks-
Reach out. You guys should all work together.
Thanks for all your support, everybody. I say that every video, every time that I come on live, but it means a lot. I'm
It takes
forever grateful.
It takes a village to make all this shit work. And somebody knows somebody who knows somebody. So keep plugging. And peace to the diddle to out.
See you later,
Bye.
everybody.
Take care.
Did you have something else? Did I cut you
No,
off?
I was gonna say I'm Lisa DCT on all forms of whatever. And Nike, come on, Nike, answer the phone. Freaking answer the phone. All right,
Well,
guys.
that's gonna do it. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.